pulling for Jordan because he's had such a phenomenal storytell life.
I was just looking at his list of achievements in the little packet that they give us, and there's this extremely large gap from 2002 to 2010.
I went to prison. It was very unfortunate.
Wrongfully convicted for an incident that actually happened in this same city. So for him to be able to come back this many years later and possibly win and achieve his dream is really a pretty amazing story.
Did not allow prison to define his personality.
He would always talk about how his faith in God was getting him through.
He worked out a lot while he was in prison.
Every morning before he came into work, he would run.
How he would think about those of us who were loving him and caring for him and praying for him on the outside was really getting him through.
He played every sport that you could sign up to play.
They had their routines various times during the day. Virtually every day they lifted weights.
He's just very motivated to live a healthy lifestyle, but even more than that, be able to maximize the abilities that God has given him.
Probably the most difficult thing I bet to do while he was incarcerated was to eat fit. By the time he left, he'd been there long enough, he was probably making about 42 cents an hour. Then he would purchase stuff at the commissary, and a lot of times it was healthy stuff because that's the only way you could get it. Fruit, tuna, that was the only way they could really get protein.
Where he told me, I just was able to keep my rose-colored glasses on in there. That place didn't wreck me, and I think 6.5 years in a state penitentiary could wreck a lot of people, and he has been able to come out of it. Obviously changed, but still really the same guy.
The morning he left, I wanted him to come over and talk to me. I wanted to tell him, hey, good luck, hope all goes well with you.
We don't have too many success stories.
We don't have very many success stories, and Jordan would be one of them. I felt good being part of that.
Right when he stepped out of the doors, actually, of prison,
he called one of his former coaches. He still remembered him, and he just wanted to come out and practice. And they noticed that he hadn't really lost a lot.
18 days.
18 days after
he went to the Northern Plains Regional, and he won in Greco and freestyle, dominated both styles.
It was nice to see somebody get out that had a plan.
Just the calmness that he still has. I'm more bitter about things than I think than he is. He's at peace with everything. I'm just amazed by that.
For years to not be able to wrestle, then to come out and wrestle at this caliber is just phenomenal.
I think for Jordan, his experience there probably defined part of his life, but it did not define his entire life.
It testifies one more time to his abilities and giftings that God's given him.